It turns out that different people think about the future differently. And it's all good because each way of thinking about the future contributes something special to what we know. Hi, I'm Peter Bishop with Teach the Future. Today we're going to learn how we think about the future. Let me ask you 2 questions that will reveal how you think about the future. Here's question 1. Do you think that what will happen in the future is mostly set and that it will follow the path we are already on? Or that the future holds many possibilities and is not yet determined? Write down an A if you think that the future is mostly set, and a B if you think that the future is not yet determined. Here's question 2. Do you think we have to accept what the future gives, that we do not have much influence on what the future will be, or that we do have a great deal of influence over what the future will be? Write down a C if you think we do not have much influence, and a D if you think we do have a great deal of influence. The 2 letters you wrote down will give you some idea of how you think about the future. If you wrote down A and C, then you are an observer. These kids are observing. They are paying attention to the bugs in the grass. Notice that they are using magnifying glasses. Magnifying glasses are great for seeing small things in great detail, but they're not so good at seeing many things at once. Good teams include observers because they pay attention to details. If you wrote down B and C, then you are an explorer. This boy is an explorer. He is using a different tool, binoculars. Binoculars are different from magnifying glasses. They are good at helping us see things that are far away. Explorers use binoculars to scout ahead, looking at the large features in the distance. Good teams include explorers too because they keep their focus on the big things in the distance. Both glasses and binoculars magnify things, but they are different because we point them at different things. Small items for the magnifying glasses and faraway objects for the binoculars. When we think about the future, sometimes we want to know a lot of details about one item. At other times, we want to know a little bit about lots of things. Good teams are made up of both observers and explorers. Observers and explorers are basically learners. They are curious about the world and how it works. If you wrote down A and D, then you are a navigator. Navigators are doers. They want to go somewhere and get things done. Like the family in this video, they pick a destination and they navigate to that spot. Good teams include navigators because they keep the team moving forward. If you wrote down B and D, then you are a map maker. J.R.R. Tolkien used his incredible imagination to create the entire world of Middle-earth for The Hobbit and his other books. Map makers like Tolkien don't just want a single route and destination. They want to see all the places they could go and all the ways to get there. The people who build maps of the real world don't visit all those destinations or drive all the routes before making the map, and yet their maps of the world help the rest of us plan trips and get to our destinations. Good teams include map makers because they offer the team many destinations, many plausible answers, and many possible solutions, and many ways to get to each one. Map makers are different from navigators, just as explorers are different from observers. Navigators pick a destination and learn how to get there. Map makers learn about all the paths and destinations that are possible. A well-rounded group has observers, explorers, navigators, and map makers. Observers and explorers don't have a destination in mind, they are just curious and interested in whatever they find. Navigators and map makers have destinations in mind, they are headed somewhere. And all these perspectives are important for understanding and influencing the future. Observers and explorers know a lot about what changes that are coming, and they help others prepare for those changes. Navigators and map makers have a goal in mind and they help others reach that goal. Observers and navigators learn a lot about one thing. Explorers and map makers learn something about many things. Good teams include all four perspectives in order to be successful. This helps them learn how to anticipate change when it happens and how to reach goals when the time is right. Believe it or not, you don't have to be just one thing. Good team members can be observers when they need to know a lot about one thing, and explorers when they need to know about lots of things. Good team members can also pick a goal and navigate toward it when that's important, or map all the destinations and routes when they need to. Each skill has a time and a place. Practicing each one can help you anticipate change in the future and influence that change when you can.